Pisces, welcome back for your September reading. Apologies for the lateness. I have been unwell. I have pulled your general card reading section ahead of time, and that's because I keep having coughing fits. So I'm optimistic that I will get through this without having to do this video 5 times. If you're wanting to make a booking, you can go to the link directly below. Also, if you're wanting to see some pictures of the products that will be up on the shop for sale, you can see them on Instagram and Facebook. The video that I put up was only for a basic quick have a look, but really don't provide quality pictures of the items that will be up for sale. Okay, what energy am I feeling for you guys, Pisces? I feel you've got some celebrations coming up, but internally it's making you regress back due to these kind of celebrations. So they may be nostalgic in some shape or form, but they're also taking you down memory lane. And memory lane is also, I can see, cycle of life for some of you. Feelings of the past and feelings of where you currently are in your life cycle. I can also see some contact from overseas coming through for you guys. And I can also see you being in your mind a bit, but as the month progresses, you're going to find you're really flowing into it quite well. I do see you to be getting quite tired this month because there will be a lot of socialisation happening. It's a different style of socialisation though. It doesn't feel like it's... It just feels like you have to go places regularly to see various people. This might be family members, it may be for errands, but it feels like you're very, very busy. So, in the first week, you may find not so. I do see you getting a call late at night for some reason. And this might be for information. It might be a person from overseas calling. I can just see a telephone call that's happening. Oops, from overseas. Now, in the monetary front, I pulled family, money, and general so that we can get a wide overview of what's going on with you guys. The in-betweeners I've taken out temporarily because I have been unwell and I've really had to cram these. I was optimistic on the one night I could get them all recorded, but my chest infection was just too bad. Okay, so in your family section, there might be a new addition connected to your family. Now, this can be a person coming into your family in a partnership sort of way, or it can be that children are coming into the equation. So it feels like something new is happening within your family domain. This could be that in-laws are coming from overseas, or it just feels as though the family unit is growing. So it could be a marriage for some of you that are directly linked to you directly or indirectly through your family as per se. You really haven't had time to understand that a dream for you is coming true, and this can be connected to your family as well. So dreams will be coming true, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're your dreams. It can be that they're somebody else's dreams that are coming true, but you're not looking at the family dynamic as a dream come true. And that's not from a negative point. It's that you already feel quite blessed connected to your family. Family life is going to flow quite well. It is feeling smooth, although you have known dark waters. So it does feel like it's running smooth. With certain individuals, you might find that you don't hear anything from them, and then you do hear things through the grapevine. On the monetary front, you know the value of it. So you're being careful connected to how you're going to use your cash. But you also do feel in some shape or form that you're worth money, and that if this is connected to somebody buying you a gift or paying you back what you're worth, it's knowing that you're worth it, and that vibration of power is going to bring that forward motion with the money to you. There is going to be communication connected to cash, so it might be where you're going to invest it, how you're going to utilise it. And it feels like connected to a cash component, you're an innocent party. And it might be that at the moment, what you're wanting to do with cash, you don't have the cash to do it, but it is coming, I'm hearing, and that it's going to be a flow-on effect, but you're being cautious connected to cash. You're also afraid connected to cash, therefore your vibration of communicating issues directly connected to cash. People might think that you're crying wolf, but it's actually, you're not crying wolf. You are very wise connected to this. You know what your worth is, but you know what you actually do valuably have. And the worth of the cash component that you actually have isn't, no matter be it big or small to you, it's valuable regardless. In your general life, you're feeling that there's not enough love around you. Now, this can be directly connected to your family. It can be your passion that you directly are feeling within your life currently. You're not feeling the flow of events connected in your general life. So a lot feels is happening around you, but dynamically speaking and vibrationally speaking, you're not feeling that vibe. I do feel this is just for the first week. It's making you really question your beliefs connected to, you know, what's love, what is directly valuable, is the cash component valuable? And I feel for a lot of people that are actually going through this in the first week of September, is that we're really having this reassessment and going into ego in the sense of your fears connected to what is safety, what is love, where is home, what direction am I going to go? And I feel this is shouting quite loud. You are the epitome of love and you can attract it. But when you're in that vibration, I feel in the first week, it might be a bit heavy to be able to do that. Okay, we're going to get on to the singles. I used to do the couples first, but I thought for some reason I was drawn to do the singles first. So we're going to go it that way. Okay. Clear on the table's horrendous. I've taken an antihistamine that is slightly drowsy, and the glare kind of puts me into this very lulled state. My mum would laugh at me for this. I have been persevering though. She'd be very proud of me for that. My mother's a Pisces. Okay, singles. What's going on with you guys? Okay, I can see people around you, and they're your friendships, and they're your old friendships. You're very quiet at the moment, connected to the way you are hanging out with them, what you're saying, what you're revealing. You have an idea in mind as to what you're going to do with your future. It feels like a completely new direction. This new direction that you're wanting to go in, you're not quite sure how your friends are going to take it. Now, this can be family. I do feel as though it's a huge decision. And this decision you're making, you actually already have made it. I can see you standing there, and it might be at a barbecue. It just feels like there are other people around you that you actually know, and you're standing there and you're looking at people, and it's almost like you're going back down over memory lane with these people. And you're weighing in the scales with the value of these people. And there is a nostalgia, but also a deep sadness connected to the fact that you're going. So this could be work colleagues, but it does feel friendships, and it does feel directly connected to work for some reason. So for some of you, you might have landed yourself a really big gig. And because you know the worth of cash, and you know that your life to a degree has changed, you also know an aspect of you is changing and will change when you go on this road. Part of it is the fact that a cycle has ended. A cycle in your life has ended in a sense that you have outgrown a way of doing things. You don't it's not you hate the people or you think you're above them. It's just simply vibrationally speaking, an aspect of yourself has changed. Wow. Okay. You are unprepared connected to what is happening in the first week of September. Now, this can be connected to the cash component. It can be connected to the vibration of you physically changing and not knowing why it's happened, but just knowing it actually has happened and you actually have to deal with it. Intuitively speaking, you've been getting the vibe for a very long time. I'm trying to stop the glare, but it's just not going to happen. So you're following your intuition connected to it, but you do feel guilty for some reason. Okay, you have a great deal of, you've got that good work ethic, as well as you're very, very loyal to your friendships and your family and your commitments, that something in the universe is actually pulling you, and that's why you're feeling so very confused. You're thinking, well, this is what I've been doing forever and a day. And it can be the job. You're jumping out of one job into a completely different field. And because of that, you're really questioning your belief systems, even though your intuition / psychic ability has been telling you for a long time. So it's not really you're questioning it. It's the fact that because you are this person to the core, that, you know, it's nothing you're really celebrating about. You had been waiting for this break for a very long time. Now, this can be in the context of a relationship, but at the moment, the messages I'm getting intuitively is it's work related. So I'm going to steer along that track, but I'm going to backtrack and talk about it from a romantic standpoint. Okay, you had to jump, or you knew this would be, and your gut will always tell you. I think if something major is happening in life and you have a left-right decision and you know it's a major decision, you intuitively know which one's correct. You never not know. You just know you have to make that decision because you're going to regret it if you don't. And that's very much the dynamic of what I'm feeling. Now, this does mean letting go of something in order to physically move forward. Okay. Keep the balance connected to keeping a vibration similar. I do feel that when you do get the position, don't be greedy connected to it. I feel this is an advice card because there was an additional one that fell out. Oh, I told you. The medication. Jeez. Apologies. Now, from a romantic standpoint, I'm physically feeling as though one aspect of life has ended, and this can be also that you're, how do you explain it? The way you were doing things before felt like a game. It was a great game. It was a great road, but you've always been a straight shooter. Your intuition is telling you this cycle's ended, and that you're wanting something very firm and very serious. The way you lived had to end because it didn't work. Not forever. During the time, yes, it did. But in the here and now, it's not working. So an aspect of life is changing. For some of you who are older, this can be that you're physically, moving to that next stage of life and going into a retirement village. It can be that you're moving house to a smaller house. And, you may have a partner that has transcended over, and physically you're making that resolve to say, I have reached that next stage in life and I'm moving forward with it. I'm going to take that road. For others of you, work related, it very much is that something's changed, an opportunity has come about, and you're taking the bull by the horns and you're doing it. Regardless of how this directly relates, you are making an assertive decision. The ending does not have to be a physical job, doesn't have to be a physical person in my vibrational feeling, because it can be an aspect of you has died, in a sense, to move forward. Oh. You're going to have to love yourself first. So it's about getting passionate with yourself. Getting passionate with yourself. And following your road of what is correct for you on your new journey. By doing this, you can then deal with the financial aspects and the career-related aspects. The person that you're going to meet and or connect with, I feel, after this transition is done, is directly connected to the past. And they're asking you to keep your mind open, connected to this, but do the essentials of what you need to do and do the jump, and I feel it'll move forward. Okay, couples, what's going on with you guys? Struggling. I feel for you guys. Yeah, something to do with home. Home is where the heart is, but an aspect of home's changed. It can be the vibration in it. You might need to sage. It's not feeling happy at the moment. And I feel that's for couples and singles, actually. If only you could hide a yawn. Okay, so I'm feeling you're moving home. I'm also feeling as though there are other situations going on. I do feel that a conversation has to happen between you and your partner, and you're not knowing how to actually approach it. Yet, assertively so, you're very much, you're straight to the point. So I feel as though this is something you're being quite cautious to address because it's fairly sensitive. Okay, something connected to your home. Your partner's mind is thinking that they're losing it. Now, it could be that they're losing the vibration connected to the home and the way it was, and an aspect of the relationship has grown. So for some of you, this can be a change directly connected to your life and your family life. It can be children coming in. It could be a family member that's retired and they're moving in. Anything to that degree. It feels your partner currently feels as though everything's changed. I feel as though there has been a change connected to the way in which you're looking at the situation at home, and that there may be a temporary delay connected to what you're going to do with your home, how you're going to sort it, and where you're going to go from here. Okay, it might be that your partner has done something to harm you emotionally, or it might be that you've recently got into this relationship having after broken up with someone who has actually injured your heart. But the future is boding very well. So although you're feeling betrayed, past tense, now this could be something that maybe counselling was connected to. I don't know. I think it's quite half-half. I think for some of you, a cycle in a relationship may be ending, Now, it feels like a very calm energy. So if a decision has been made between the both of you that you physically don't want to be together, I do feel that this was a decision that was made a very long time ago, yet the dynamic was suitable at the time, if you know what I mean. And that's for some of you, it's not for all of you. I do feel as though you do feel within the relationship there is sorrow connected to it. Now, this can be external, but it does feel directly related for some reason. You're not waking up to the bigger picture. But you are transforming, and that's actually frightening you, because even though you're not awake, you can feel the transformation. You're not actually following that path, that destiny of where you're supposed to be going. You're also not feeling happy connected to this, or grateful connected to the vibrational change. Okay, this can be connected to fertility for some of you. Okay, your partner's feeling very stressed. They don't want to have time out. Where you're going to be assertive connected to this, there is going to be a left-right celebration. Oh, good grief. Now, in the celebration, this can be connected to an anniversary of something. It doesn't have to be a physical anniversary of a wedding or an engagement. It feels like on your side, a celebration has ceased. So maybe you're feeling there's nothing to celebrate about during the first week, I'm feeling, and then it flows with the connected energies to a quieter space. I just feel it's interesting that, you know, both parties are looking at the situation very differently. Try and get some more clarity on that. What do we need to know? 3 cards. Okay, paperwork and loose ends are going to need to be cleaned up, so assess those ASAP. Okay, you're not getting great news at the moment, and that's frustrating you, but I think that's just from last month to September, the old energy. You're also not wanting to move on connected to this, but it might be your partner who's made that decision. Okay, some information comes to light that you weren't expecting, and it's due to this that a separation for some of you might be happening. For others of you, it may assist in the opening of communication between you and your partner. And I feel as though it just feels, in general, a massive change. Okay, if you're wanting a booking, you can go to the link directly below. Bye.